For those in the audience getting to know you for the very first time, care to share where you were born?
I was born in Conway, South Carolina.
And care to share where you were raised?
A little bit of everywhere, but I say Myrtle Beach.
And can you elaborate on that?
I just went to multiple schools, but then I went out of state too. I stayed in Illinois for a little while.
Are you able to put some ages on this? So, starting when you were born in Conway.
Born in Conway, went to Palmetto Bays. I know y'all probably don't know what that is, but it's elementary school. Whenever I was like 6, 7, we moved to the outskirts of Chicago to a place called Bloomington. And I stayed out there for like 7 years. And I ended up moving back whenever I was probably like 13, 14, you know what I'm saying? Like middle school.
And still reside in Myrtle Beach today?
Yeah, facts.
Now, what was the reason for the move to Illinois and then back to Myrtle Beach?
It's just family issues and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Just growing up, trying to reside in somewhere safe. I guess my mom wanted to take me out of different things that we was around whenever I was a little kid. So that we tried that, but then we ended up being in a worse area, low key, in a way, you know.
And just for clarification, wanted to follow up on this. You were born in Conway, but at what age do you move to Myrtle Beach initially?
See, this is why I say I was more or less raised in Myrtle Beach because I was staying in Conway whenever I came back. But then I didn't stay with my mom or nothing like that. I was staying with my grandma. And I went to middle school on the beach, even though I was living in Conway, right? So every morning I had a teacher that taught my dad whenever he was in high school. And she just so happened to be at the same high school I was at whenever I was going to school. And she stayed towards Conway, but then she went to school to teach in Sagastee on the beach. So she'll pick me up every morning. And then that's how I got to school on the beach. So I was raised in high school and stuff on the beach, even though I resided in Conway. So I would go back and forth every day. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
And this was a grandmother that you're referencing on the mother's side of your family or father's side?
On my father's side.
And care to share the middle school name you referenced as well?
I went to Forestburg Middle School, the Gators. It's a lot of alligators around there.
Now, when it comes to Myrtle Beach, does it get any more specific than that for you? Like a particular part of Myrtle Beach you represent by any chance?
Sagastee is where I grew up at. That's where I, you know what I'm saying, went to school at. Because, you know, they got Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach, Sagastee, Surfside. There's all different, you know what I'm saying, parts of the beach and stuff. I went to Sagastee. Everybody rivals and all that, you know, how it goes whenever you grow up in different territories and stuff. Sports. Well, like I told you, I was staying in Conway for a little while, and I ended up moving to the beach probably whenever I was like 18, 17. So probably since then to now,
Care to share your current age?
23.
And your birthday while you're at it? Month and the day, perhaps?
September 27th, I'm a Libra. For those who are interested in that, it's a lot of people there.
Now, what was that really like growing up in Myrtle Beach for you?
I mean, shoot, just like, I mean, any other place, but I mean, the thing about where I stay at is like a, what do you call it? What do you call it? People that come in town to come visit, what do you call it?
Out-of-towners?
Tourists. It's a tourist attraction, okay? So where I stay at, it's a tourist attraction. So there's different like events, seasonal events where a lot of people come in town and stuff like that, like bike week and just the summer and all that stuff, but it's really a retirement area. So I mean, I can't say it'd be lit and all that type of stuff like that, but I mean, it's different parts where it definitely has its time. As far as growing up, I mean, it was cool, man. You know, you always just get into stuff when you're younger and everything, so it's just like everywhere else, honestly.
Now, what was the high point for you growing up in Myrtle Beach? What was a really positive moment for you?
Shoot. I mean, I played basketball whenever I was in high school, so I mean, that was a good time before I took a left turn, you know what I'm saying? I was really into that basketball. I was supposed to be in the NBA, you know. Hey, you know what I'm saying? We still balling though.
And what high school is this that you're referencing?
That's I can see. Facts. But then the thing about it is whenever I went to different high schools, you can like look up in the different high school books and stuff. I went to Carolina Forest High School for a little bit. I went to Socastee, and whenever I went to school in Bloomington, I played all these different basketball teams, all on varsity. You know, so I was a varsity athlete. That's why I liked it so much, because I was decent at it. Facts.
And what grades did you play varsity in? Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior?
A little bit of 8th grade. I got pulled up with a couple other teammates, and then ever since then, I've been on varsity, no JV.
And when did that stop, this left turn that you speak of?
See, around like 11th grade, I had got kicked off the team for fighting. So then it was like, everything just kind of just was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? But then I still was trying to do it a little bit, but I just wasn't focused on it no more. It was just other things that I had going on at the time where it just kind of just took over. But you know how that go.
Was this a fight with another teammate on that team?
Yeah, funny about a girl.
Was this during an actual basketball game?
Yeah, I mean, we was down throwing little shots at each other on the bench and stuff like that because he was on my, he was saying stuff to me all day because he felt some type of way because a girl that he liked told him to his face that she had liked me. This some high school drama, you know how that go. But then we ended up bickering on the sideline of the game, and then after the game. I was walking distance from my school where I was staying at. So after the game, I'm sitting there walking home like I always do. Shoot, I see him come around the corner. He's sitting there trying to fight me and stuff. So we had dropped our book bags. We started fighting and all that. Nobody even knew about that fight, though, except for his mom, because she came out of nowhere and started trying to yell at us and all that. So everything was cool. But then Monday came, and then he told the whole school, yeah, if he say anything to me, I'm going to do him, da-da-da-da-da. So I went to go find him. We ended up fighting in front of the school, and then it was just over with, man, after that. We had both got kicked off the team, and it was toward the playoffs and all this stuff, so it was extra. A whole lot of extra for nothing.
Now, were you getting or receiving scholarship offers yet?
Looks.
Okay.
A lot of looks. A lot of looks. Facts.
Now, hypothetically speaking, you said you could be in the NBA. Were you just like joking, being sarcastic, tongue-in-cheek there, or do you honestly think you could have been playing in the NBA had you kept going with the trajectory you were on?
I honestly think that if my mind was focused on that and I had no distractions, then I probably could have made it to somewhere further. I ain't gonna say the NBA, but definitely a farther career in basketball. I played against NBA players. I played against Ben Simmons. I played against Zion Williamson's basketball team. A lot of people, Chase Jeter, Grayson Allen. We played all these type of people because at my school, Socastee High School, we host the Beach Ball Classic. So people come in from all over the world to come play us in our tournament. You know what I'm saying? So it's real nice. I done seen a lot of things. I done guarded a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I got it, you know. And you don't never lose it neither. I still got it. So if people can come and get it too, okay, stop it.
What position did you play back then in high school?
More like a small forward, shooting guard whenever I was in high school. Whatever.
Now, just for clarification, when Ben Simmons comes into town for a game, do you actually play Ben Simmons himself or his team?
We played him and his team.
But did you personally play Ben Simmons?
Yeah, like I'm talking about the real game going on, and my 5 and his 5 is going against each other, high school to high school. Like I'm guarding him in certain possessions and all, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. I done guarded plenty of NBA players, for real.
Now, when it comes to Ben Simmons, what was that like, playing him, guarding him, those certain positions you did back then?
Man, bro. You said I could pass on questions, right? Nah, I'm fucking with you. Hey, I ain't gonna lie though, man. Their team was raw back in the day. Just like I told you, the people come from all out around the world and everything. So these were some of the best athletes in the world. So Ben Simmons, not only him, but his whole team. I forgot what team he was on, but we was playing teams like Montverde Academy, Oak Hill, and all that stuff like that. Bro, Stop it. You think we was doing that? You think we was holding that down? We was doing okay. Like, we wasn't getting tortured. It was certain games where we got blown out, though, just because we a smaller school. You know what I'm saying? But we was holding our own, though. I got so much experience just seeing these folks, but they was doing us, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. We wasn't the best in the tournament. We just hosted it. It was our tournament, and it was a big tournament. You can't count. Gang, we wasn't beating Ben Simmons' team. We beat Zion Williamson's team, though. We beat their team. Facts.
Now, did you actually play or have any guarding positions on Zion personally back then?
No. I didn't have none on him that specific time. Funny to say, because I know y'all wondering, but he was hurt that game. He didn't play, so we whooped his team. He was on the sideline watching us whoop him.
When it comes to Ben Simmons, did you see or foresee how far he would get successfully with a basketball career back then, guarding him in those high school days? Did you see the potential at all? Did you?
Yeah, they was definitely nice, man. I'm not gonna say that they was just like average players and they just had the spotlight. They definitely was nice, and it was definitely some dramatic players they had beside them too. That was just outstandingly nice players. And I don't know where they at right now or whatever like that, but you know what I'm saying? They definitely was in the right spot.
When you see someone like Ben Simmons who's gone as far as he's gotten thus far in the NBA, what do you make of it?
Hey, good for him, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I think it's pretty cool, though, at the end of the day. I still got homies that's chasing that dream, and I wish the best for them, and I hope that they can get to that level. Or my music career will take me to that level to where I get to still meet some of these folks or see them again, you know? Facts. Because, I mean, I ain't done yet. You can still see them on the court. Facts.
Now, when it comes to high school, how far did you get with your education?
I got a diploma. I got a diploma for my mama. That's one thing I promised I was gonna get, but then I ain't do the college thing. I was thinking about going and stuff like that, and I ended up enrolling because like I had decent grades and stuff. Like I was a smart kid, you know, but I couldn't hold on to it, bro. Like it wasn't it for me. I had to get up out of there. It was just my time. I did it just for her.
So just for clarification, you actually enrolled out of school, or you just had a thought of enrolling?
Nah, I did enroll into a community college, I guess you could say. I had scholarship, you know, the life scholarship. You get the life scholarship for good grades and stuff like that. And then, like I told you, I had different looks, but I didn't get those looks because I got suspended around my 11th grade year. That's around when you would actually get your scholarships, your senior year, your junior year, and all that. Well, I got in trouble around that time. So then whenever it was time for me to actually enroll into college, I enrolled in a community college because I thought I was finna chase a business degree a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But then whenever I got in there, everything, my mind was just not on that. I was already making music. So it was like, bro, I'd rather just put all my time into just doing something that I, you know what I'm saying, feel myself more comfortable doing.
So just for further clarification, you enroll into the community college. Did you actually start a class, or you quit, dropped out, stopped, whatever phrase you want to use there, before class actually started?
Nah, I went to probably a week's worth of class. Facts. That's how I knew it wasn't for me. You feel what I'm saying? I was like, bro, why am I still doing this? Like, I don't got to do this no more.
Now, you mentioned that you were doing this for your mother as far as getting the diploma and then continuing on with, just for clarification, continuing on with the higher education, like community college, that was for your mom as well?
In a way, it was kind of like for my mom, but then at the same time, like, I don't know, I felt like I was trying to be the person that did like all the way right because I was smart and I still am, you know what I'm saying? But I felt like I was trying to be the person that went all the way, but then I got more or less like, man, let me put down this because it's not all the way me. Let me be all the way me instead of trying to make my moms and make my family happy or whatever like that. Let me just make myself happy. You know what I'm saying? I already did that for them, and it's okay to do that for people that take care of you, but not your whole life, though. You know, you got to do you. So I was just like, bro, it's time to go ahead and make my dreams happen.
And what community college was this that you're referencing here?
Horry Georgetown Technical College.
What was your mother's reaction when you make that decision to stop furthering the education after a week's worth of classes?
She didn't really care too much. Let me rephrase that. I'm not gonna say she ain't care, but she didn't say nothing to me because of the fact that she believed in what I had going on. Because at that point in time, like I told you, I was already rapping and stuff. And the way I talk, I made her breathe it too with me. You know what I'm saying? So she understand what I got going on, and she fully behind me. So.
And prior to you making that decision to enroll into that community college, because you were getting looks at the time but didn't get formal athletic scholarship offers, was there a thought on possibly walking on and continuing with basketball as you were furthering your education?
Still to this day, I'll be like, man, if I go try out for a team, I know I'll make it. The only problem they're gonna have is just my tattoos and stuff. But other than that, I would make the team, bro. I'm not tripping. All it would take is just a little bit of practice and all that, get back in shape for that, and then I know I would have a chance in making it. I got a cousin that played for Coastal right next to where I stay at right now. His name Jimmy. You feel me? He on there right now as a center. One of the tallest dudes on the team.
This cousin on your mother's side or father's side?
Father's side.
Now, when it comes to that decision making, looking at how everything's played out thus far, for you, not furthering your education at the time, any regret on that?
Nah. Not at the moment. You know, later on you might have that decision to go back, but right now I'm good.
And why not? There are some people that have or harbor those regrets.
Because I feel like I'm in my own bag. I feel like I'm in my own lane, and I'm doing what I want to do and everything I'm capable of doing. You feel me? So.
And what about this? Any regrets on stopping, quitting, whatever phrase you want to use there, basketball at the time in the 11th grade after the fight, not furthering the basketball or sports career?
You saying did I want to stop?
No. Was there any regret with that decision making there, not furthering basketball at the time?
I've been making music since I've been in like 11th grade. So, I mean, right after I got in trouble, I kind of just fell like into that. But, you know, when you making music or you playing sports, you around different crowds, you know? It's just, that's why I say, I ain't gonna say I took a left turn. I ain't never took a left turn. I always did. I ended up being right. But basketball, people don't be around people who say smoke or just, you know what I'm saying? If they real serious about it, they don't party a lot or nothing like that. Whenever you making music, you have to go hit the scenes and all this stuff like that, you feel me? So I was just like, let me just go ahead and go full throttle with this right here, because this is what I got. So nah, no regrets.
Wrapping up about your education, anything else you want to mention in regards to your education that was not said in this interview? Any question you weren't asked? Nah. Anything else in regards to your education here?
Nah, shout out my high school, though. Shout out Sacristy. So that's